Hello America, welcome to another video on honest tax returns. This is the IRS Response Edition, presented to the American people on January 1st, 2018. Happy New Year. This video documents the IRS response to my personal tax return filed March 2017, documented in a previous video called Honest Tax Returns, Show and Tell. The numbers are made up, but the following testimony is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. 250,000 Federal Reserve notes were reported on several 1099 miscellaneous information returns. Because none of these payments were federal, zero federal income was reported and zero tax was paid on federal income. 20,000 Federal Reserve notes were reported on 1099-Q from an education savings account, the contributions for which were made with federal income from the time I served in the Army. I believed this disbursement was subject to an income tax under the excise laws of the United States, and so I sent them 498 Federal Reserve notes in payment of the tax on the federal income. Roughly 3 months later, the IRS responded by mail. And this is what I received. I received a tax refund for the year 2016 in the amount of $501.34, which included an interest of $3.34. So, my question is, why did they send me back my payment plus interest? Well, after some research, it turns out that the education savings account from which I received my disbursement was a Coverdell education savings account, and those funds were made with post-tax money. In other words, I no longer had to pay money tax on the money on the disbursements for the ESA savings account. So the event summary: the IRS corrected my error of overpayment of tax on the 1099-Q ESA disbursement, returned the amount paid, and added interest. Additionally, the IRS did not object nor ask for any additional payment on the approximately 250,000 Federal Reserve notes erroneously presumed and reported on 1099 miscellaneous. So, why are you watching this video? I think most of you are watching this video to look for validation and evidence that the honest tax return method works, and possibly using this information to file an honest tax return for yourself. This evidence I'm giving is hearsay, and generally hearsay is not admissible in court, except when there are exceptions to the hearsay. The exceptions to hearsay are in Federal Rules of Evidence, rule number 804, and it's one of these exceptions is a statement against interest. And such a statement is one that a reasonable person in the declarant's position would have made only if the person believed it to be true, because when made, it was contrary to the declarant's proprietary or pecuniary interest, or had a tendency to invalidate the declarant's claim. And it is also supported by corroborating circumstances that clearly indicate its trustworthiness. So, there are several elements to this exception to hearsay, and they are listed on your left. Who made this statement? Well, the statement was the refund check. Who made the statement? The declarant was the IRS, or the United States Treasury. And was it against their pecuniary interest? Well, they gave me my payment back, so obviously it was against their pecuniary interest. And then, did it have a tendency to invalidate the declarant's claim? The declarant usually claims, that's the IRS, usually claims that there is a tax on all income from whatever source derived. Well, clearly, not all my earnings were taxed, so there's something else going on. And the answer to that question is found in the rest of the videos. And then finally, are the circumstances trustworthy? Well, it's government testimony in response to an honest tax return. So if you believe the government, then it must be trustworthy. More such hearsay can be found at losthorizons.com/bulletin board. That's a website that has documented more than 1,000 examples of complete income tax refunds since 2003. So I am not the first one to do this. So here are some take-home points, just in case you didn't get them. The federal income tax is the tax on your federal income. It is not the federal tax on your income. If you receive a federal benefit or derive a gain from the exercise of a federal privilege, then you are subject to the tax on your federal income. I'm going to give you legal advice because nobody else on YouTube would do this, but I'll do it for you. And it comes from the Book of Mormon. It says, all God's blessings come by obedience to law. And so my legal advice to you is, obey the law. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and comment. You have a duty to be honest, to obey the law, and to keep your brother from harm and injustice. Share these videos with another American. Please watch Honest Tax Returns. Thank you.